Hello all. Today we are going to take a look on master slave JK flip flop. This is the circuit diagram. You can see here the circuit diagram is nothing but an expanded form of JK flip flop. We studied about JK flip flop, and this circuit has two SR flip flop inside a JK flip flop. Normally, we are drawing only one SR flip flop inside a JK flip flop. Here, we are trying out master slave JK flip flop. So, here comes two SR flip flops inside a JK flip flop. So, you are so the first dotted lined box combines the first SR flip flop, which will be the master, and the second dot lined box combines the slave SR flip flop. Okay, you are providing the input of J and K as well as a clock. The clock is provided to the master's flip flop as it is, but it is inversed before applying it to the slave SR flip flop. Okay, you are providing the J and K inputs with a cross feedback output, that is J and Q bar is connected. Q bar is cross feedback and connected to the input section, and it is given to the input S of master SR flip flop. Considering K as well as the Q result of the flip flop is connected, cross feedbacked and connected to the R section of master flip flop. This is all about the circuit. This is nothing but an expanded form of JK flip flop. Normal JK flip flop contains only one SR flip flop inside that, and here you are having two SR flip flop inside the JK flip flop. One will be the master, the second one will be the slave. Okay, moving on to its working and explanations. You can see here one flip flop, the first one, with a dotted boxed one, dotted lined boxed one, that is the master, and which will be triggered on the leading edge of the clock pulse. Okay, while the second one is called the slave, which triggers only on the falling edge of the clock pulse. This result in the two sections, the master section and the slave section, being enabled during the opposite clock cycles. Okay, opposite halves of a clock signal. Then slave flip flop is having clock input inverse of that of master. As we said already, to avoid the toggle delay, that is synchronous, to make the circuit as synchronous, it will pass the data only with the timing of a clock signal. Okay, then input signals of J and K are connected to the master initial state master SR flip flop, which locks the input condition while the clock input is high, that is logical level 1 value is provided as input for the first case JK. J and K values are high, then SR flip flop will lock the input. Okay, then as the clock input of the slave flip flop is inverse or the complement of the master clock input, then the slave SR flip flop does not toggle its weight. The output from the master flip flop are only seen by the gated slave flip flop when the clock input signal goes to low, so that the logical level is 0. When the clock is low, the output of the master flip flop is latched and any condition changes to its inputs are ignored. Okay, the gated slave flip flop now corresponds to the state of its input passed over by the master section. Then looking to the low to high transition state of the clock pulse, the inputs of the master flip-flop are fed through the gated inputs of slave flip-flop. And on the high to low transition, the same inputs are reflected on the output of slave, making this type of flip-flop edge or pulse triggered. Here we examined the four conditions, that is edge triggered conditions as well as the pulse triggered conditions. All these are working in master slave JK flip flop. Then the circuit accepts the input data when the clock signal is high and passes the data to the output on the falling edge of a clock signal. In other words, master slave JK flip flop is a synchronous device. This is all about master slave JK flip flop. Then you can see the next topic is shift register. As the name indicates, it is an arrangement of flip-flop for storing and transferring of data in a digital system. Before studying what is shift register, you have to understand different type of data movements. So normally in a shift register, data movement can be of 6 types. First one is serial in and serial out write data movement. Okay. Second one, serial in and serial out left data movement. By seeing the first figure, you can understand what is write data movement. Serially, the data is being input to the flip-flop and the output is as well moves as sequentially or serially. This is why the first one is named as serial in serial out. Okay, the direction of movement is towards right, that is why it is right data movement. If it towards left, then it is left data movement. Consider the second one. Here the serially data input is given to a flip-flop and the result, the output is taken as parallel. So this is serial in and parallel out data movement. Then moving on to the next, third one, here data is input and data which is input as parallel as well as the result is taken parallelly. So parallel in and parallel out of data to a shift register. This is parallel in and parallel out data movement. Then the fourth one is data inputting as parallelly and moving or shifting the data serially. This is what happened for the fourth condition. Okay, parallel data in and serial data out movement. Then considering the rotation case, that is data is being rotated from the last to first flip-flop. So you can see the rotation direction is right. So this is a rotate right data movement. If the rotation direction is towards left, then you can name it as rotate left movement. Okay, then moving on to the different type of shift register. First one is serial in and serial out shift register. You can see how we are implementing this with a flip-flop. Okay, you're providing the data serially as input to D1 and getting the output as Q0 on which is moved to the second flip-flop D, and the result is Q1 which is passed serially to D2. Then it is the result is Q2. Q2 is moved serially to D1 and final result is Q3 which is serially output. So here data inputting and output process are being done with serial fashion. So it accepts the data serially, that is one bit at a time on a single line. It produces a stored information on its output also in serial form. Okay, this is about serial in and serial out shift register. Considering the serial in and parallel out shift register, you can see that is being input as serial fashion, which means D0, Q0. You are providing the input as D0 and getting the result Q0 parallelly, and For the second flip-flop, moving on the result Q0 to D1, which is the input of D1, which is came in a serial fashion, and the result Q1, which is taken parallelly, and the value is moved to D2 parallelly and processed. The result is Q2, which is taken as output parallelly, and Q2 is also moved to D3 in a serial fashion, and Q3 will be your final result, which is taken parallelly. So here the data inputting is done in a serial manner, and the output is being taken with a parallel fashion. So this is serial in and parallel out shift register. Okay, moving on to the next category, third one, which is parallel in and serial out shift register. You can see in the diagram here you have to do two operations, that is doing a parallel inputting as well as the serial outputting. For the first flip-flop, there is serial output because there is no preceding flip-flop for the first one. So there is only one operation you have to do, that is parallelly inputting the data to the flip-flop. Okay, then moving on to the second one, you have to do the two operations of parallel inputting as well as the serial outputting from the preceding one. Okay, considering the D1 flip-flop, which is the second flip-flop in the representation, you can see Q0 from the first flip-flop. The result of Q0 should be moved in a serial fashion towards D, as well as D should get the value of D1 as input, which should be in the parallel manner. So you have to do the parallel loading as well as serial shifting operation. Okay, for that purpose you have to choose either one of at a time. So you can implement an OR gate combining these two operations. For the first case, doing the shift operation, you have to set, you should have the value of Q0 as input, as well the shift value should be enabled. This is why we are drawing a line of shift and load. Shift is always 1, load will be 0. For enabling the operation of shift, the input value of that particular line should be 1. So shift indicates 1, load indicates 0. So if the value of shift is 1 as well, Q0 is present. These two conditions should be satisfied. That is why we are using AND gate there. And the second condition, second criteria will be, second choice will be parallel inputting. That is, D1 is given as input, as well the loading indication should be there. So loading indication will be the value of 0. So load condition should be satisfied with the value of 0, and as well the D1 value is present. Then you can combine these two using an AND gate. Then these two criteria, either one at a time. So you are using OR gate to combine the condition, and the result is moved to D, and you are getting the result either a parallel inputting or the serial shifting on the D section of the second flip-flop. Then moving on to the Q1, the result is again moved as serially to the next flip-flop, and the flip-flop should get the value of D2 parallelly as well. The same thing happened to D2 and D3 as well. Considering the Q3, there is no succeeding flip-flop, then you can get the result Q3 as serially data output. Okay, here you are implemented the serial way of data shifting as and parallel way of data inputting. This is what happened in parallel in and serial out shift register. Okay, moving on to the next one, that is fourth, parallel input and parallel output shift register. Here you can see you're providing an external clock pulse to all the flip-flop. This is what happened all the 4 categories. Okay, considering D0 is the input which is given parallelly to the flip-flop, and Q0 is the result which is taken parallelly. This is what happened to all the four flip-flops. Here the parallel data inputting and parallel data outputting is happened. So this is the fourth category of shift register. And you can see the applications of shift registers are serial or data or serial or parallel data conversion and used in ring counters and is used for the time delay purpose. This is all about master slave JK flip flop and shift registers. Okay.